Okay, hey guys, and I'm going to be explaining to you how to use mcedit. So just to find it, just look it up, mcedit, Minecraft 1.2.5, which is actually the 1.2 version, works with the 1.2.5, but it is better to have the 1.2.5 version. So see this stuff? Let's all start by selecting it with my select tool. You just drag to where you want and click again. Let's start with the delete blocks. And so now we just poked a hole into the void. This is a flat world. And there. Boom. Hole to the void. And let's see, what else can we do? We have our brush. Diamond. I can build any of those things pretty quickly, but it's much faster. It's just click, 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 click. Bam, bam, bam. Oh. Oh, yeah, it does that when you poke a hole into another block, so let's wait while it does that. It's a bit laggy. Ooh, that's not good. Okay, so I'm gonna wait. Okay, there we go. It's done. So to prevent that, we're going to hit the control button on our keyboard, and now we get all these menus. mm. It usually isn't this laggy. Maybe it's just because I'm recording. The progress done. And as soon as it's done, we're going to take a look at all the other blocks. So there's one more thing. I'm going to select square for this. Okay, 20, 20, also 20. And then there's this little button here, hollow. So building for like escapecraft maps. I use that tool a lot in my escapecraft map. So this over here is something that I built and I exported it to here, not using copy paste, but okay, so it opens up this. This is a ton of stuff. I have not built every single one of them, but I have built a ton of really cool things, and for some reason structures that are covered in water do not work very well with it. Like, let's see, where is it? There. This is one of the most awesome things that I have ever built, and now I cannot find it. But anyway, it is a full-scale replica of Rapture. I know it's been done before, but it's really cool. This is something that I did not build, but it's still pretty awesome. And I was given permission to use it by the creator. So I will be using this in my adventure map. So you can find these schematics on a website called mcschematics.com. And so there's this little button here. You click and hold onto it, not just click on it. And then you use the W. It's basically the same controls as Minecraft, but Q brings it up and Z brings it down. So Let's heighten that. And you can copy the air and copy the water. Copying the air, you see all this empty space in here, it will copy that. But if you don't, then it will just stick it wherever it is. And copy water basically copies the water. So if I deselected that, that water falling out of the edge would not stay there. This rotate thing just rotates it. Simple rolls it in that direction. And if you want it like it is in Shadow of Israfel, just hit flip, and it's upside down. Cool. And then you just hit import when you have it like you want it. And then hit deselect when you don't want it anymore. And it's invisible for now, but it'll be loading. So this down here is a really cool elevator I built with some blueprints I found on an app I downloaded for my iPhone. And it's a really cool elevator. Let's see. Next, oh yes, this is one of my favorite ones. You don't like where you spawned? Just open it up, and you can either go to your spawn, and I don't know why it's red, but you're supposed to be able to move your spawn point to wherever you want. You can also move the player. Here's the player name. Sometimes other names will show up for some reason. That has never been explained to me. I don't know why it doesn't work, but you just click move player and then you can move it around. So now my player is over there. We also have, first, for these three tools, we gotta select it. And now, as you can see, they have not become red anymore. So we can hit filter, and I haven't really gone into this, but we're gonna hit filter, and that'll topsoil, and then you just pick a block. There should be other selections there, but it gets rid of them. So now we're going to hit deselect, and it didn't get rid of them. That's weird. Why do things always go wrong in my videos? Now we're gonna try the fill and replace one. So we're gonna find a block that we want to replace it with, maybe sponges, which never soak up water for the stupidest reason. So we're going to hit replace. Oh, well, okay. And then if you don't like it, you just hit swap and it switches them. And then you hit replace, and it just filled it up with sponges. So I'm going to turn this stuff here, all these blocks, into sponges. Fill with. Okay, I'm just gonna cancel that. But this is also the clone button, and it just creates a copy of it. Okay, let's figure out how to get out of this. Okay, there. Deselect. So let's see, we're gonna click something simple, like this building, and then hit clone. So what that should have done, but didn't do, is given me a copy of that. Oh, I have to click the clone button first. And something should be showing up, but it's not. I think there's like a button I have to push. I'm not well acquainted with those buttons. I mostly use the import button and the brush button, and then these two buttons. I don't really use these three buttons that much, but my absolute favorite tool, which was how I created this, is basically you just click on one place, and this is how you create a schematic. Click on another thing, and then you hit this export button here, and this is very useful for adventure maps, especially mine, which I'm gonna show you in a couple minutes. And is Fumblemore's Tower here? No. apparently it does not want to show up. Meanie. And here's another thing. It really lets you take a look at your map. You basically can either push this button or by default the tab button on your thing, and it shows you your entire map. And so this is the Mines of Moria, and it is a schematic that I downloaded for reference to its pillars, and it is way bigger than it actually needs to be. It takes forever to find the actual mines, even in mcedit, in which for some reason the blocks get all weird after you go into chunk control. You can just pass through blocks and explore. Simple way, fun for finding dungeons, but there's way... Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, pillars. And close. Don't want to save because it'll take forever. So now I'm going to load up my adventure map and let you get a look on it. It's named Rapture because that's what it originally was. And so far I haven't really added the story part to it, but I've added a ton of really awesome stuff to it. Like my favorite thing I'm gonna show you that is really cool. You can create it in pretty much anything, even Pocket Edition, which I'm gonna try to do tomorrow. This is my favorite creation. It took forever, and there's a little end portal down there that I created using the fill and replace tool. So it is the hardest thing I've ever done. It's pretty simple once I figured it out. It is the Temple of Notch, and it took a very long time to make. And it wasn't that hard to make the face since I had something for reference, but the redstone, pain. Major pain. Let's go into his face. And I must have stared at the video of it where they make an x-ray of it for like an hour before I finally figured out how to do just this part. And it's lagging because there's just so much redstone in here. See? So much. And this is just getting it up there. And I'm gonna see if I can bring you to, yep, down here. See? This is the system that basically randomizes it and decides whether or not it's gonna give you diamonds or basically shit you out. And then, just to give you an idea of how big this is, I'm gonna hit the tab key. And it's not loading it up. It really does not want to work with me today. And that is how big that is. Pretty big. And those are the pillars out of Mines of Moria. That's Sauron's tower, and this over here, you can't really see it, but it is a castle. This is another thing in the Lord of the Rings. It is Helm's Keep. And I just put a dome over it to make it look cooler. This is a castle that the player is going to have to get through. And I'm not really sure why I'm showing you this. I just really like bragging. So I'm hoping people download it once I make it completely. So this is just, I made all this stuff on separate maps and then turned them into schematics and brought them over here. Except for the Rapture down here, which I made using mcedit. And this is just to give you an idea of the awesome things that can be made using this tool. It also helps if it's harder to do than with Minecraft, but it doesn't lag as much. So see, oh, this was something that I neglected. I'm not sure if this works, but ooh, nice. It works now. It wasn't working before. but it lets you go into and edit signs and such. There's a sign over here, and you can double click it to edit. 4 bars. I'm not sure what the color code does. Let's find out. Oh, it lets you change the color. You're not able to do that in actual Minecraft. So I made this city's basic structure using mcedit, and then I just used a little magic to change it, and it was way easier than building it by hand. This is just to get an idea, but let me see, it's somewhere around here. Okay, here's a village that I copy pasted using schematics, and it's somewhere over here. It's towards the spawn point, and I'm gonna go up, and this thing was created completely with mcedit except for the redstone, which I guess I could have, since it was very simple. For some reason it calls dispensers traps, so you can go in there and edit it. This is just one of the really awesome tools for Minecraft, and just like World Painter, you do not even have to touch the bin folder. You can just install it. It lets you access the files. It's that easy. And so I am going to end this video here. Goodbye.